Hey everyone, I'm going to do a mobile phone review on the U7510, and in America it's known as the T-Mobile Tap, and it's manufactured by a Chinese company which I cannot pronounce for some strange reason, so I'm going to spell it out for you guys. It's spelled Huawei, so you can Google that. In the UK, I think this phone's only available on 3 because I haven't seen any other network advertising this phone. And instead of doing a proper mobile phone review, I'm just going to talk about the drawbacks, because on YouTube I've seen that there are loads of videos for this phone, but I've realised that there are no drawbacks. And I think either because they've just bought the phone or they haven't had time to adjust to it, or for whatever reason. So I've got a couple of small drawbacks and major ones. I think the two small ones are the camera. It's got no flash, and I take that as a drawback because the night mode is rubbish. Second of all, as we can see, there's like a hole there, and that's because that's where the USB cable goes in and the charger. But I think it's a bit weird because in my previous mobile phones there's always something covering the slot, so I think that's a bit strange. The major drawbacks is that this phone does not come with a stylus, and I say that because I'm sure you've seen the other mobile phone reviews. The keyboard for text messaging is a bit small, and for the phone book, so I think this phone would be better if it had a stylus. But I know with the Samsung Pixel it has a stylus which kind of dangles out, and I think that's quite good because, as we can see here, you can put the same stylus here, so you can actually dangle it through. So you can get a stylus, but you're going to have to get the Samsung Pixel 8 stylus to dangle it off there. Another drawback is that you cannot unlock this phone, and I'm going to show you. Here to, obviously you have to unlock it because it's just gone off, so I'm going to unlock the phone, and you can't unlock it. There's nothing that lets you unlock this phone, and I've tried browsing the phone, I've been on settings, and it doesn't let you unlock it. And I say this because if you're walking around or you're on the bus and you just put it in your pocket without it being unlocked, it sends out random text messages, because that's what happened to me the other day. I put it in my pocket and it wasn't unlocked because it takes forever for it to unlock. I think it's like half a minute or a minute or so, and I just got so fed up of waiting for it to unlock itself. I just put it in my pocket, and as soon as I got off the bus it was on my messages, so you have to wait, which is quite annoying. As you can see, I'm still waiting. There we go, it's gone off now, and then it unlocks itself. Another drawback I would say is that if you go into menu, it doesn't have FM radio, which is very irritating because as someone who listens to the radio a lot, it doesn't have radio. But the T-Mobile Tap does have radio, and it can unlock itself, so I don't know why this phone doesn't do it in the UK. Maybe that's an American thing. But I'm not too fussy over that either, because as with the stylus, every time it goes off you have to unlock it. Because the same with the stylus situation, you can get a stylus and dangle it from here. I listen to Absolute Radio a lot, and that's like the only station I actually listen to, so I can download the application for it. Another drawback I would say is text messaging. It doesn't have a quirky keyboard. It only has this type. Now that is a bit frustrating because you would have thought that you would get a quirky keyboard. So not only does it have a quirky keyboard, it doesn't have a quirky keyboard, and I'm emphasizing this because it has to have a quirky keyboard. How can it not have one? So yeah, I'm a bit frustrated with that. And it's not as bad texting like this, but I'm just a bit frustrated that it doesn't have a quirky keyboard. But besides that, I think that's the only drawbacks there are. So let me run through them. Camera, no flash, night mode, rubbish. A bit weird, doesn't have a cover up. You can actually dangle a stylus, so I'm not going to fuss over that. The phone doesn't unlock itself. as in you can't unlock it, it has to unlock by itself, that's what I'm saying. It doesn't have QWERTY keyboard, doesn't have an FM radio, but you can download an application for it. But otherwise, I love this phone because I like this feature, unlocking it. I think that's quite cool. I love the style of the phone. I think it's just awesome. And like the Samsung Pixel, it actually has like a little menu thing here. So that's quite cool. And also, like the Apple iPhone, it's kind of got like applications and stuff, which I think is quite cool as well. So all in all, I think out of a rating, I would give it an 8. I think it would be a full 10 if it had the features that I've mentioned. So overall, I think this phone is a really good phone. Peace out!